Hi everyone, Prestissima here. Today we are going to learn a song called Amazing Grace. Amazing Grace is a hymn written by John Newton at the end of the 18th century, so long ago. This arrangement of Amazing Grace uses some triplets. Let's get started. Alright, Amazing Grace uses notes from the G major scale, or we're in the key of G major. So let's practice our G major scale. Remember, G major has an F sharp. So let's try it. G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, back down, F sharp, E, D, C, B, A, G. Good job, everybody. All right, so our time signature is 3/4. We have 3 beats per measure, and the quarter note gets a beat. Oh my goodness, what's this? That's a triplet! So this whole triplet is 1 beat. Remember that? So we're going to subdivide. Oh, but we're also going to subdivide these 8th notes. So this is a triplet, 1 and a, or in this case 3 and a, and this is going to be 3 and. Okay, so keep that in mind. We also have a pickup measure, right? So this is going to be beat 3. And then we're going to jump into 1 there. All right, we have an instruction here that says to circle all the triplets within this song. Since this is our first time, let's get our handy dandy pencils and circle all the triplets so we can find them really easily when we go to play them. So this is a triplet, right? And it has that handy dandy little 3 over the beam there. It's nice. Here's another triplet. Where else? Do you see more triplets? Aha, here's another one. Okay, keep going. There's another one right there. All right, I think we found them all. Ooh, and notice, as a reminder, under the triplet, they wrote in the subdivision for us. 3 and a. 3 because this is beat 3, right? We have 1 and a, 2 and a, and this is 3 and a, right? And they did it here too. This is beat 3, and they did the subdivision for us, 3 and a. Cool, huh? 3 and a, 3 and a. Ah! And for this one, there's a little reminder. This is an 8th note, 2 8th notes, but they're just regular 8th notes, not triplets. So this is 3 and. When we count subdivisions and we have triplets, but we also have regular duplets, right? Like we did before. How do we count that? So you might start off counting in the triplets, subdividing in triplets. So 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 1 and a 2 and a... Oh no! Right? So I know this is coming. Maybe right here, just for practice, I'll start going back to the subdivisions in 2, the duplets. 1 and 2 and 3 and. Okay, let's just try it and see what happens. So I'll start 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a. Did you see how I switched there? So the beat stays the same, right? The beat always stays the same. It's just how you subdivide that beat. So are we going to subdivide into triplets or are we going to subdivide into duplets? Now we can do both, okay? So when we get to anything like this, that's triplet, right? That's 3 to 1 beat there. And then when we do 2, that's 2 to 1 beat. So that's why it's important to keep that beat in your mind, right? You want to feel that beat so that whatever happens, the beat keeps going. And then this is just a subdivision inside that beat. All right, so this one's complicated, right? So I'll go ahead and count, okay, and subdivide with you, and we're just gonna do the right hand, and I'll help you point along, okay? So here we go. I'll give you 2 beats, and then we have that pickup note into that measure, right? So I'll count 2, and then we'll go 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a... Wow, good job everyone. That was tough. All right, friends, I already counted it with you once, so I'm going to play it while I count, but you follow along with your eyes. I'm not going to point, okay? So I'll give you 2. I'll count in 2 for you, and then I'm going to start playing. We'll start right there. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and a 1 and 2 and 3 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a... All right. All right, friends, time for the left hand. Okay, so if you look here, everything is pretty simple. We have the dotted half and the quarter notes, and there are really no subdivisions. So you can count along with me and subdivide however you like, or not subdivide at all. I'm going to count off 3 with no subdivisions, and then I'm just going to play it. You're going to follow along using your eyes and counting it in your head, okay? And that way we can keep track. So I'm going to start right there, okay? And I'll count off 3. We come in on 1. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, remember we have the 3 and written in for us already a couple places, but if you have the book at home, go ahead and write in the missing beats throughout the entire song, okay? And don't forget, when we have the duplets like this, it's the beat 3 and, right? Versus 3 and a. All right, so go ahead and write in all the missing beats throughout this song. We have some pretty interesting things going on throughout this song, so let me give you some tips. So in the right hand, we're going to start on 1 up to 3. So it's just a tiny stretch. And then 5, 4, 3, 5. Okay? This is all pretty natural so far, fingering wise. And then just step on down 4, 3. Little stretch down to the 2. And then to the 1, right? And then jump back up to the 3, just like before. Right? Same as we did before. 5, 4, 3, 5. And then now we have a little tiny squeezy because we've already kind of finished the end of our reach. So we're going to go 5, squeeze to the 2 on the A, and then up to the 5 on the D there. Perfect. Okay, good. Now we're going to just easily go down to 3. Okay, same 5 there. And now this little triplet is going to be 3, 2, 1. Okay, but we have more down descending lines, so we have to squeeze the 5 in there. Okay, so it's 3, 2, 1, squeeze the 5. Okay, now it's going to be very natural again. 4, 3, little stretch, 2, 1, and then we know this one, 1, 3, 3, and then this is 5, 4, 3 again, and then 5, and then just 4, 3. Very natural. Excellent. Now in the left hand, we have to hold down this dotted half note because it gets 3 beats, right? So we hold that down the entire time, and then we also play these notes. So we play G and B. See how we held that down? Exactly. So that's a 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now here, this is D flat. I'm going to use 1 and 5 here. Okay? And then that way it's going to be easy to play that B flat with your 3rd finger. So hold those down, 3rd finger, good. And then back to easy ground. And then this is silent, right? We have the rest, so make sure you lift. And then nothing. Okay, good. Then same again as before. And we want to hold down that G and B while we play these Ds, right? Okay, here I'm going to go to 2 and 5. And then you know what? I think I'll do 2 and 5 again. Down to the F sharp. There you go. And then 3 and 5 again. Easy. Aha! Don't be tricked. You got to go down to the E and G now. Play the B there while you hold that down. Then jump down again. C and E. Okay, now that's a pretty big stretch. B to G. So I'm going to play 1 and 5 for these. And then I'll play 3rd finger to play those Ds. All right, how about here? Jump back up. We know this one. Okay, now here we're going to play 1 and 2. So 1 on the C sharp. Okay, then you're going to play the 3rd finger on the G. And then you're going to play 4th finger F sharp and then 1 on the C natural. Got that? So 1 and 2, 3, 1 and 4. And then it says here you can play 1 and 2. And then you're going to hold this down while you play these 2, right? And then down to G. Now, depending on the size of your hand, you might not like 1 and 2 there. So let's see. I have 1 and 2, 3, 1 and 4. Now 1 and 3 might be comfortable here, right? Because 1 and 4 to 1 and 3 feels nice. And then you got to stretch down to the 5 there. Or you could do 1 and 4 and then move your hand and then do 1, 5 there and then come down here. So it's your choice. You figure out whatever's most comfortable for you. Now, there's a little bit of a funny looking thing in this measure here, right? So if you look at it, you have to figure out where the beats go. So this, the A and the C sharp, is for 2 beats, okay? You're going to hold those down. But you also have to play this on beat 2. So this is 1, 2. So at this point, you're going to be playing all 3 of these notes. So 1, 2, and then you switch to beat 3, okay? So let's just be clear. That's 1, 2, 3. There we go. And then I'm going to play 1, 2, 5, 5, 5. All right. Good job, friends. Now, one more thing. Let's take a look at this measure right here in the first system. This is very interesting because this D and this D are actually the same note. And you're going to be playing them apparently at the same time, right? So this is what that looks like. So left hand is that, right? And then this is the right hand. So what happens? This is beat 1, and then I have to play this note in the left hand. So even though that's a half note, I'm going to have to let go. See that? So 1, 2, and then I'll play 3. 1, 2, 3. So even though it says a half note, I've got to play that note. So I'm going to go ahead and let go. 1, 2, 3. Easy. Oh, but you want to let go of the left hand. So 1, 2, 3. There it is. Good job. So today we learned amazing grace. We practiced subdividing into triplets and duplets in the same song. And we had some very interesting technical challenges. So keep practicing all your songs, sing while you play, and memorize everything. Prestissima out.